This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Absolutely delighted to be joined with one of the baddest men on the planet, Mr. Platinum Mike Perry. We're here, we're in London, you're in London. You know, I think sort of around this time last year, you were here again defeating Michael Venom Page. We just saw more carnage at the press conference. Other than that, how are we, mate? How's things been?
I'm great, man. You were right. I was in this building last year. I fought MVP maybe a couple days ago, but that was a great fight, a bare knuckle boxing match. I'm here to be a stand-in. If everyone seems to think that Dillon Danis isn't coming, they didn't think he was coming today. He came. Apparently, he has to pay a bunch of money if he doesn't show up for the fight. But apparently he's making money off of his posts and things like that, so they seem to think that he's not going to come. I'll be ready to fight, but I don't know if I'll be the one fighting Logan Paul. I just don't think that that's in the cards for him at this point. Not yet for him, and, you know, I kind of, even though it's a check out of my pocket, I kind of hope he gets to fight the guy who's really been saying some vulgar things.
Is it a weird predicament for you because you know you're training, but you're not really training, even though if you don't know you're going to show up? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're always going to have an opponent locked in. This time being a backup, is it a bit of a weird situation for you? How do you even sort of prepare for this?
I stay ready. It's a lifestyle for me. I'm always in the boxing gym. I'm always training. I've been lifting weights for the past couple weeks and just kind of prepping because they said I might fight in October or November. So I'll be ready. And my birthday's coming up, and I love to make money and I fight for a lot of it. So I love to stay ready to battle and put on great entertaining fights for the fans.
Entertainment is definitely something you're known for, and now moving from MMA to now what you're using bare knuckle boxing and potentially boxing, what's this transition been like for you? You said you like to make money. Do you think this is this more sort of better financial option for you going into boxing and just in general, you like to fight anyway?
No matter what style of fighting I've done, I've always been a puncher, always been a boxer. All of my knockouts really come from the hands, and I guess I hit a couple people with knees and elbows, but always loved boxing. I'm from Flint, Michigan. Grand Rapids is up there. That's where Floyd Mayweather's from. Always been a fan of the American boxing style and the Mexican boxing style. And I just always been about the puncher. No matter how much training I did for kicks or grappling, every time I get in the ring, I just want to hit these on your face, and I can take a good shot too. I kind of like it sometimes.
And I listened to your podcast on Joe Rogan a few months ago, and you talked about how much fighting is in your blood. And you want to be feared. You talk about sort of how people remember Mike Tyson. They want that about Mike Perry. How much sort of mentality do you bring with yourself? When you carry yourself through this life, how big is that for you?
I don't care if they fear me or not. But if they stand in front of me, then, I can knock them down, I can knock them out, I can knock their teeth out, I can put a hurting on them, I can change people's life, I can change your perception, I can change the way your mind thinks when you wake up in the morning. When I hit you, when I chase people down inside that ring and I walk them down and I break them down into the corner and beat them down to the floor, I change people. So you got to know that about this sport. And I've always been, they like to say about me, they said I came into the sport with CTE, and every time I've gotten hit, I've gotten smarter.
And another thing, after your last bare knuckle win against Luke Rockhold, we saw a face-off against Conor McGregor, and he's sort of flirted, he's talked about bare knuckle boxing before. Do you really think that's a proposition and a real possibility?
I think if I keep being successful against the opposition that is in front of me, whenever I fight, I will prove it every time. I plan to continue my success, and the sky's the limit. I can fight anyone on this planet. If both sides want to make that money and make it work, I can fight anyone.
Just last one from me. For this boxing fight, where are you training for this fight? Are you training with?
I train technique boxing in Mineola, Florida, and they have a new gym open in Winter Garden, Florida, with Coach JT. I train at Fusion XL with the MMA guys. I go in there and spar them sometimes just to keep myself fresh at that kickboxing range. So those are the two gyms I train at. Those are the two gyms I've been with for years. And, you know, I've learned a lot over the last decade, and now is my time to teach the world.
Mike, thank you for your time. Always a pleasure to catch up with you, and good to see you in the UK, man. Thank you.